Good morning, guys. Happy coffee talk. Woof. I did not sleep that great last night. I slept awesome for the past couple of days, and then last night it was like I paid the piper for it. Couldn't fall asleep till like 1 in the morning. So coffee is as important as ever this morning. My coffee is in my Tree Star mug, which I love. I got from Fit Me Client Service Manager Brooke a couple of years ago. And I'm drinking Beck's Coffee Winter Blend. It was a gift for Christmas, I think, from Fit Me Coach Marlena. Thank you so much for sending it. It is so good. It's like a rich tasting coffee. It's really yummy. But thank you for that gift, and I love it and need it desperately this morning. Before we dive into the coffee talk message, I have a really cool announcement. I'm going to be telling you guys about this all week because we do this once a year, and it's a really big deal. But each January, we give away one full ride scholarship into our 1-year coaching program. So basically, from start to finish, a person will go through the Fit Me 1-year program to build a healthy lifestyle, transform their body, put healthy habits in place, have that support, coaching every step of the way. And we give away a full scholarship and a handful of partial scholarships. The applications for this scholarship is only open from today through Saturday at midnight. That's it. And then it closes. It's a fairly simple application. I'm going to put the link in the bio, in the comments, in the show notes, and you need to apply ASAP. If you are somebody who, one, isn't feeling your best in your skin, and you know that it is time to make a long-term change. You aren't looking for the quick fix. You want to lose the weight. You want to feel stronger. You want to have more energy. You want to feel better, but you're looking for that to be more of a life change than a quick change. Then that is exactly what we do in Fit Me. And we guide you every step of the way. You have a personal one-on-one nutrition and lifestyle coach who is your person throughout the whole year to give you coaching accountability. You get a Fit Me plan and assessment so that you know what to do every step of the way. You get workouts for your goals. You're going to get mindset coaching. You're going to get meal prep training. You're going to get everything that you need. You're going to get a metabolism review, which is a deep dive with one of our advanced nutritionists on exactly how to feed and take care of your body in the long run so that you're not fighting against your metabolism. You're actually building it up, and we guide you every step of the way with our community, our support, everything. So here's the thing. Like, again, we're giving away one full ride scholarship completely for free to a deserving applicant. And then we are going to give away a handful of partial scholarships. So if you want to be considered, then you need to apply ASAP because it closes on Saturday night. So I will remind you all week long, don't worry, because I don't want you to miss it, but I'll put the link in all the places and fill it out. It should only take a second to fill out. So let's talk coffee talk message for today. I want to talk about a trajectory shift, a pivot, a decision moment, one of those kind of things, a moment, right? A big like, oh, I'm going to do something different. And then you decide to do it. What happens from there? I like this conversation because the hype is always, if you go on Instagram, it's like, you're just one decision away from changing your life. You're just, one X, Y, and Z away. And like, you make up your mind and you just do it. And you hear those people standing on stage and they're like, I just made up my mind and I just did it. And I think it's going to be funny because you're going to be like, Christy, there's no way you think that that's the case. Well, first off, you don't just make up your mind and just do it. There's like a huge gap in there of make up your mind and then struggle and work hard and continue to work hard and create consistency and work more hard and then deal with challenges and then overcome obstacles and set meaningful small targets and keep working and get support and understand that there's all this stuff in between. But I do have to say that in this case, there is something to be said for just deciding to do something. I was having a conversation with a Fit Me client who I coach a couple of weeks ago, and she's an amazing woman, but she was struggling for a couple of weeks and weeks. She was just having a hard time getting back on top of the goals that she set for herself. But the things that she was supposed to be doing, the targets that I was giving her for the week, they were all within her reach. And so we were having this coaching conversation, and she was telling me that, can we modify and make it like a more, like almost like an easier target. The thing is that her targets were already doable for her. I totally believe in making doable targets. So don't hear me wrong. Like, I'm not saying make the hardest one and then never get there, but I'm saying her specific targets were absolutely doable for her. But she didn't feel like it because she was struggling. And each week that would go by, she would have more and more like evidence that she couldn't do it. And so I think when we were on this coaching call, she was looking for me to tell her it's going to be okay. Like, let's just do a little bit towards it. Because again, like I do feel like small, meaningful steps forward matter. But what she needed to hear is maybe what you need to hear today, which is that I just needed her to make a decision that she was going to do it. The problem wasn't that the target was too hard. The problem wasn't that she couldn't do it. The problem was that she just hadn't decided that she was going to. Because there was a moment that she needed to change trajectory. And this was a small shift in trajectory, but she needed to do it. And it needed to be a personal decision that I'm going to do this and I'm going to figure it out. Because in that case, you are truly just one decision away from a completely different life. But if you don't ever make a decision, or if you don't ever give yourself a moment to consider that you have never even committed to doing something, you're not going to do it. You're not going to make a decision. Because sometimes when we wishy-washy around things like, oh, well, I'll see if it works out if I can just make it to the gym, or I'm going to try to get some meal prep done. You didn't make a decision. I can hear it in the way that you're describing it. There was no decision made that you were going to do this for yourself, that you were going to take care of yourself finally. You didn't make a decision. You are just hoping that it all works out. And sometimes we need to make a decision that I am going to do this. I am taking on this commitment. I am taking on this challenge. I am going to go to the gym no matter what. I'm making a decision that I'm going to start challenging my body. We talked about that last week. Challenge your body, move your body, and feed your body. Well, what if you make a decision? I'm going to challenge my body. I'm going to the gym. You make that actual decision. You don't hope you're going to get there. You already decided. You decided. It's like, have you ever planned a vacation? Especially one with people. So if let's say you've got people in your life that need to go on this vacation too. So you can't just be like winging it. But say you plan a vacation and you're thinking to yourself, we should go to Disney, or we should go to Hawaii, or we should go to Florida, we should go wherever. So you're thinking through your head this idea. I might do that, with my family. You think you're going to like accidentally end up there? Again, solo travelers, you guys accidentally end up at somewhere. That's a thing. But I'm talking about like a point A to point B. We're going to go to this place. I want to go to this place. You know what actually has to happen before that? The wheels go in motion, before you actually end up in Florida or Hawaii. You have to make a decision that you're going. You make a decision that you're going, and then everything else is going to fall in place. You don't end up there accidentally. You made a decision that you were going, and then you've made the other things work. You found the plane tickets. You got the logistics set up. You booked a hotel. You took the time off. You got the kids organized. Whatever it is, like you had to make the decision first. You weren't going to accidentally get there with all your family and your moving parts of your life. You're not accidentally getting there. So why do we think we're going to accidentally get to a healthy, fit, strong body without making a decision? Do you see that's the same thing? You're not going to like magically get there when your life actually requires quite a lot of logistics to make things happen. If you're listening to this podcast, I can already assume that is you, because that's just who we are. We're team not perfect. But listen, like you're not going to accidentally end up there. And now it doesn't mean that you can't take small doable steps, right? Like if I want to take my family and my crazy kids to go to Florida, and I make the decision that we're going, and I start putting the wheels in motion, I still can take it one doable step at a time, right? Like I don't have to overwhelm myself and make it impossible and get chaotic and crazy and book everything in one day and blah, blah. No, I can still go one doable step at a time, but I had to make a decision that we were going there. And then the wheels are in motion. We can start putting the pieces in place. I can start acting like we are going to Florida, right? You start to act different. Hey, we're going to Florida then, so we need to do this now. What if you make a decision that you're going to take your body to a new destination? And instead of just hoping you end up there, you've made the decision. And now you're just going to put the pieces in place. You can do it one doable step at a time. You might walk into the gym for the first time and be like, wow, that was scary. That's all I can do today. Walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes and then I'm leaving. That's all I got. That's fine. You just did it. You moved in that direction because you had made a decision that you were going there. And so now you're taking steps in that direction. They don't have to be giant, crazy steps. You don't have to work out 7 days a week. You don't have to eat perfectly. None of that stuff is a have to. but you've made the decision that you're going there. Now, so no, act accordingly. Oh, I'm going to take care of my body now, so I'm probably not going to do that thing. I already went out last weekend. I'm not really feeling like I should go out again this weekend because drinking really knocked me down and I didn't make it to the gym and I didn't feel very good, so I didn't eat as well Monday, so I'm not going again this weekend. That is acting in accordance with where you're going because you've made a decision you're going there. You're not just hoping you end up there. If I just hope me and my family end up in Florida, well, I might spend that money on something else. I might book something else during that time period. I might not take the time that I need to make sure that things run well without me. I might not book a dog sitter. And then all of a sudden when it's time to be in Florida, I'm like, oh my God, I failed. I'm not there. I'm not in Florida. We failed. No, I just never made a decision to go. I skipped the decision part where I was sure that I was going. Instead, I just hoped it would all magically happen. It didn't. And so you didn't fail. You just forgot to make a decision. You forgot to commit to the destination that you were going. That's the pivot point. So it's not some weird like motivational like, it was one decision and then my life changed. No, you make a decision because you've decided that you want to end up at a destination. You say, I want to be there and I'm making a decision that I'm going there. That's where I'm going. That's the moment. And then from there, everything else you just do in accordance with that decision. Does it mean it's perfect? Absolutely not. It's not going to be perfect. And that's how it works. That's that one moment away from a whole new life, right? That's what that means. It just overly simplified and sounds dumb the way they say it. And it's whatever it's called. It's like glamorized to make it sound like once you make that decision, well, then everything is going to be sunshine and rainbows. Well, that's not true. But that decision is key. You can't skip it. And maybe if you've not been making any progress, you never made a decision that you were going to. You never made a decision you were going to a different destination. You just hoped you'd end up there. And that's why you're not. Because when you can decide, hey, I can see myself there. I can see myself with my kids in Florida doing the Florida things. I see it. I want to be there. I want to be there this date to this date. Oh, my family's going to be there. I imagine this and this, and we're going to go to these restaurants. I have visualized that destination so clear that now I can start taking actions accordingly. Well, I need a plane ticket. So if the plane ticket's going to go from here to here, I'm going to need a hotel room that's there. So I'm going to book it there. I want to get reservations here. So we're going to do that. Like all of the pieces start to make sense because you've visualized the destination. You know you want to get there. You can see what it looks like. You've decided that you're going, and now you're going to make it happen. And even if something crazy happens and like a hurricane hits and you don't get to go to Florida that weekend, you've already decided you're going. Chances are you're just going to shift the date. Because why wouldn't you? You've already made the decision that you're going. You've already put everything in place. You're going there. It just might get shifted a little bit. That's okay. Right? Like that's what I'm talking about. So if you haven't made a decision to end up in a different destination around how you feel in your skin, then today is your day. Not tomorrow. Not the next day. Make that decision today. That's what I'm asking you to do. And if you need help, well, guess what? I'm giving away a spot for free to basically guide you every step of the way for a year. And I'm giving away a bunch of partial scholarships to help other people do it. And so all you have to do is apply. I'm putting, again, a link in the bio, link in the show notes. I'm going to tell you about this all week. You're going to be like, Christy, I don't want to hear any more about it, but I don't care. I do not want you to miss it. But even if you don't apply, or even if you're like, I'm doing this thing, I need you to make this decision. And then now act accordingly. Because if you skip this part, it's why you're struggling. And so thanks as always for plugging into Coffee Talk. It means so much that you listen. I can't tell you how much I enjoy doing these podcast episodes. If you like it, do me a huge favor. Can you screen capture this episode for me and share it? Either share it on your story and tag me or send it to somebody who you think would like it. So this podcast doesn't have any sponsors. And so that's okay. Maybe one day I will have sponsors. I don't have any yet. But the only way that people find out about it is if you tell them. And it means a lot to me when you share something because I know that it's something that you like. And so thank you so much for taking like a quick minute to send this to somebody. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Fit Me Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. And Fit Me Coffee Talk is now on YouTube. So go to YouTube, Christy May Campbell is my YouTube channel, and you can actually subscribe there so you can see the video version of Coffee Talk every day. I post them up there every single day, so subscribe to YouTube also. And then the last place you need to be is in the Fit Me Community Facebook group, where this week, over the month of January, we are doing the reset. It is absolutely for free. You can join the reset, be a part of everything that we're doing in there. There's giveaways, there's education, there's momentum, there's a tracker, there's all sorts of good stuff. We want you to be a part of it. So hop on over to the Fit Me Community Facebook group, request to join, and we will add you. And I will see you there. Take care. Bye.